Come on and talk to me. I will try my utmost to be honest with you. Try to be honest with you every single word. Come on and talk to me. I will try my utmost to be rhythmical. Try to be. Come on and talk to me. I will try my utmost to be honest with you. Try to be honest with you every single word. Come on and talk to me. I will try my utmost to be rhythmical. Try to be. Come on and talk to me. I will try my utmost to be honest with you. Try to be honest with you every single word. Come on and talk to me. I will try my utmost.
Hey everybody, it's Rachel and Val again. Hey! And we're back to talk about Plenty of Fish. So we wanted to add a little addendum to our first video. One of the first things we talked about was first impressions, and we were about to work out, so we weren't, whipped the way we should have been. I mean,
I still look good.
Oh, she always looks good. But I look like,
she was fine. She's just
like I was in the fields and my name is Aunt Sarah.
I don't care. We were working out. We were getting the body right.
Yes, but still,
look over
for you guys, since I was popping my cherry, I should have, looked it right.
That's true.
So here I am. Here we are, looking even more right. Hey. And we're going to continue our video series about Plenty of Fish.
Okay, so if you weren't here for the last episode, we've been on POF for, actually we're at two ends of the spectrum. So it's like I've been there 2 years, she's been there about two months.
Yeah, 2 months.
So anyway, I'm just not even gonna go into that. So that's POF. I should probably turn that off. So anyway, so the purpose of these video series is so we can try to help some of our men folk get right on POF, because the foolishness that goes down is unbelievable.
Unconscionable.
So what we talked about the last time, we covered what's a good photo, what's a bad photo. We talked about what you should have in your About Me section. We talked about the first contact whenever you decide that you want to actually contact,
message
a female. Then, or even females. I mean, it can go both ways, really. These videos
are for the men. We're directing them to the men since we're
right. Exactly. But we talked about the first contact, and we talked about the age. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to kind of dig a little bit more into the About Me section, because we did talk about it, but I think that there's a couple of things specifically that we need to go over. And the first thing is the headline.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what the headline is?
Do we? Do y'all know what the headline is?
Do you know the purpose of the headline? I think some people do, but 99% don't.
It serves the same purpose as the subject line in the email. It's supposed to catch your attention immediately.
Marketing.
And pull you in.
Marketing.
When your subject line isn't good, the likelihood of people opening your email or coming and opening your profile goes down significantly.
Right.
So make sure it's good.
Yeah. Do something, that makes... Oh, I love the ones that make you laugh.
Absolutely.
I like those ones. I like the ones where I read it and I'm like...
You special. I like that.
So, I can't think of any good ones off the top of my head right now, because it's one of those things, and that's kind of the point of us talking about this.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you need to put some thought into. It's just not just trying this out.
Right. Well,
obviously.
Sir,
obviously.
To the left.
You're trying it out. That's quite obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But, something that captures, kind of like what we said last time, the essence of who you are, but, it makes people want to read further into your profile, make them feel like you're an interesting person. Do you have anything else to say about the headline? Because
I think that's it.
That pretty much
make sure it's succinct and short, but captures a bit of who you are so that people are drawn in. I think that's really pretty much it.
Right. So moving right along, if we're going down the profile, and the first thing, like we said, we see is the first thing we saw was the picture.
Absolutely.
We're not going to go back on that. We already discussed that. But, it's the pictures there at the top, and then right underneath it is your headline. And then we proceed to go through the rest of the profile. We want to know how tall you are. We want to know your hair color, eye color, all of that stuff, your body type, which is all well and good. Sometimes that's not the topic. I'm without rabbit trail. So what we get down to, or what we, I should say, get down to is religion, faith. What do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Do you believe in anyone? That's seriously important for
a lot of different people.
A lot of people. And I think that there's a lot of confusion when it comes to, are you religious or are you not religious? Because I don't really know how to...
You have these categories of faith systems or belief systems, or you have agnostic, or you have atheist, or you have the catch-all.
Agnostic. I don't understand.
Ma'am,
you don't believe in nothing?
They don't know if they believe.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You don't know.
Listen, that's why we live in America where at least I know I'm free. Okay? And don't judge me. And
who gave that life to me, and I proudly stand up.
Ma'am.
Okay.
We might have to edit that out of the video.
That's my song. I was a Marine for 4 years. That's my song. That's my jam. So anyway,
I don't know how that can be a jam.
It's my jam.
I really don't know how that could be a jam.
It's my jam.
But it's okay. The same way you don't understand agnosticism, I don't understand how that could be a jam.
I understand it, but that's a cop-out. It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out.
Just I'm
it's a
rubbing your back
cop-out.
now. Okay.
So, see,
anyway.
Wait, I just want to say about the agnostics, and maybe this is not politically correct of me, but I don't care if it's politically correct. It's our channel. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Oh,
but I do want you to watch it, though. But either way, I think being agnostic is a cop-out, because it's like you don't want to say that you believe, but then you don't want to not say that you don't believe. And that's like saying, well, if Jesus comes back, I believe. But if he don't come back, I don't believe. You can't choose. You can't choose at the last. Well, you can. The Bible says you can. Even if you get the last,
Ma'am.
It's a cop-out.
Ma'am, rabbit, squirrel.
Squirrel. Okay.
Yeah, squirrel. It's okay. I understand.
Okay.
We can create a whole nother video and a whole nother channel about religion, faith systems.
But we're not going to go there.
We're not going to do it, but we could. But it's important. So you have all of these categories, and sometimes they're not clear. You could have been raised Catholic, but you don't really practice. It doesn't really have any type of impact on your life. Or if you're Catholic, you and the Pope are BFFs. Saying that doesn't really mean anything. So if it's a really important part of your life, your About Me section is kind of where you just give a bullet point or two about what that means, just so the person who is reading your profile can understand where that fits into your life, if it fits into your life. I just think that it's important, because Val here wouldn't describe herself as religious, except that she describes herself as spiritual, except that she loves herself some Jesus.
I love all of Jesus.
She loves herself all of the Jesus.
Jim Caviezel was the bomb.
Ma'am. So I'm sorry, Val is on sabbatical from this video.
Stop it. Y'all know Jim Caviezel was good as Jim.
Ma'am. You just told people in the last video that Jesus was white.
No, I specified that I meant that his blood washes us white as snow.
After I walked away, people.
But
after I walked away.
I knew what I meant in my head. Y'all didn't think I was talking about Jesus being white.
Yes, we did.
Jesus wasn't white.
Okay.
He wasn't white.
Okay.
He was born in Indies. What was that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, so moving on. That's what we meant by faith. Just making sure that you use your About Me section to clarify anything that may not be clear, because having those buckets...
Because if she sees that you're non-religious, she's going to think you don't believe in not a now, nothing.
Exactly.
But if I say that I'm non-religious and I see somebody that says non-religious, it doesn't really mean anything to me, because I don't classify I think religion is where you're at church all the time and you participate in everything that the church does.
And ascribing to a certain set of rules, but it doesn't necessarily have any real heart application to your life.
And so I say I'm non-religious because I love Jesus. I am going to worship Jesus if I'm sitting right here in my bedroom, if I'm driving in my car on the way to work, when I'm sitting in my office, I will close my door and have a praise break.
Yes.
I will do it. So I don't think that that's religious. I think that's spiritual. And so they don't necessarily, I don't think they have the spiritual thing on POF. I should have probably checked that before we talked about that today.
But then spiritual could also mean that you believe in, you know, that there's something out there and that everything is connected and, you know, goddesses and Mother Earth and you know, so that, and that's not necessarily where someone else who says they're spiritual is coming from. So just because there could be so many meanings to these huge kind of squishy buckets, it might be a good thing to put in your About Me section what your faith designation means.
Right. Just something short and sweet to the point. You don't have to
A bullet.
Elaborate. Like,
Just a bullet. Yeah.
Hey, I believe in Jesus.
The end. Okay.
Or Jesus lives.
There you go.
Okay, we know you love Jesus.
I almost went Bill Gaither on you, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Next.
Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about is favoriting. Favoriting on POF is when you see somebody that you really, really are attracted to, or you would really like to pursue. That's a nice word to say. And so, leave my word alone. So you would like to pursue this person, or you would like this person to pursue you. For me, because sometimes I think I should contact guys first. Sometimes, majority of the time, I feel like the guy should contact me because I think men are supposed to pursue women. It's just really how it is. Or that's how I feel it is. So my hair looks funky. But anyway, when I favorite someone, I'm using that as a tool because it says whenever I view someone's profile, it sends them, doesn't send them, but they are able to go in and look and see who has viewed them. And so if I view them, just because I viewed them doesn't mean I liked them, because it wasn't necessarily in the meet me portion where I could actually push yes, no, or maybe. So, if I view someone and it's not in that meet me section of the app or online, then I will favorite that person, and that's my way of letting that person know I'm interested. And I think I'm hoping that's what guys think, but I don't think that that's what you think.
And I feel like, is it safe to say that the favoriting operates as a wink, except less cheesy than a wink?
Yeah, you could have just sent me a message, wink.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because that would have been first contact. No. Scratch what I said. Favoriting. I don't really know how to expand much on that, but I need some people to understand what favoriting really is. Maybe for you, favoriting is keeping tabs on that one person. Possibly. You're like, I'm not sure. Favorites, just so I can go back. I'll be able to find this person. But
they're using favoriting as a bookmark, basically. Right.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. I think that's the point of this bullet with favoriting.
Don't use it as a bookmark. Yeah. Use it as an asset, something that you can utilize because you want the other person to know that you're potentially interested.
Right. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot to go with favoriting. So we're just going to move right along to the communication part of it. If you've gone through all of these first few steps that we've talked about and you get to the point to where you want to make first contact, after that first contact, it is crucial for two things to happen. It is crucial for, number one, for you to stay in contact if you're interested, or number two, to stay in contact if you're interested.
You better preach that word. Preach that word. Wait, where's my handkerchief? I need something to bend.
Okay, I need y'all to. Ma'am, is that the sweaty one?
No.
Okay.
I watched this one.
Okay, good. Okay, so when you communicate with, I'll just use my own personal experiences. I feel my hair falling out. You know what? We're just gonna do this right here. It's not curled or anything, so don't judge me. It looks a little bit better than this is not.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
So
where did that? There we go.
Okay. So once that first communication happens, you know, you're talking back and forth, it's the bantering going on, you're making jokes and
The light flirting.
oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're so silly. All of that.
Oh,
all of that is happening. Everybody is looking at you like you a dumb, stupid somebody acting like
Such
you don't
and
even,
such.
You
Yes.
don't even know this person. All of this you're doing extra. You're doing the most. So all of that is happening, and then you like, bam, hey, can I get your number so I can text you? This is fine. I'm not saying don't ask, but I'm saying when you get someone's phone number, if that female, because I don't just willy-nilly give out my phone number to
better preach
everybody
the
I
gospel
talk
and make
to.
it plain.
So, and that's another thing we need to talk about, the communication. When a female is talking to you on POF and she seems interested, just because she does not want to give you her number,
Doesn't mean she's not interested.
that means that she doesn't want to die and be raped and murdered.
I mean, you could be anyone. I could be anyone. We need to protect ourselves. You need to protect yourself. I need to protect myself. That should be just standard procedure.
Yeah, so-
you know, if you walked up to a girl on the street and you're having a little conversation, can I have your number? And she says no, it doesn't mean that she didn't enjoy the times that she was talking to you. She just, you know, you could be anybody, and that's really
Phone
what that
numbers
is.
are private.
They are, and they
They're
give you
so
so much
private.
access to someone's life.
Oh my God.
And so, you know, if we're not sure that you're the person we want to communicate with for an extended period of time, and we don't know if you're crazy, there are a lot of crazy people out there. Just watch, you know, Criminal Intent or Criminal Minds.
No, I don't want to.
All sorts of crazy kind of people.
I don't want to.
All sorts of crazy kind of people are in this world. And you've had your number for 2 days, for 20 years. You don't want to have to change it because you ran across Mr. Crazy. So there's an additional vetting process that needs to happen. And that's why the phone number may not be given as readily as you would like. But don't give up on the person if they seem like they're genuinely interested. Just give it a little time.
Right. She said everything I wanted to say. I don't got nothing else to say. That. What she said. She touched on all of it. About the phone number.
Yeah, sorry.
All of that. No, you did all of that. So moving backwards a little bit to the communication part of it, it is really frustrating when you're having really good conversation with someone as a female, when you're having a really good conversation with a male or a person or whatever, and and you know, you are getting the warm and fuzzy, and maybe you feel like you want to give this person your phone number, so you give the person your phone number, and then they text you, and you text for like the first day for like 2, 3, 4 hours, and then
You go ghost. Your name is Casper. What is that? I mean, I don't know if you're applying some age-old guy rule. Well, I gotta keep myself elusive and I can't seem that interested because I'm breaking man law or whatever tomfoolery goes through your head. If you're doing online dating, and this is going back to the first video, we're assuming you're somewhat serious about trying to make a relationship work.
why the games? I called it the dating games. I called this series the dating games, but it's not a game.
It's not. It's
not
not.
a game.
It's not. And then, I mean, it's through kind of nutty behavior like that women, you know, have these stereotypes of guys. And we know that all men are not like that.
Right.
We know that. But it's when these games start getting played that women start acting a bit crazy and want to play those games back.
I feel crazy.
and you
I feel
feel
like a
us.
stalker person because I know that we've been texting nonstop.
We feel
And
there's
then-
some sort of connection.
Right.
You wouldn't have texted me after the third time.
Right, and then
if you didn't like me.
I text you the next day, and you give me some 2-word something or other that's basically, hey, I'm acknowledging you, get off my phone. That's kind of what I take it as.
It's hard not to take it as that.
Right. And then I don't hear anything else from you. And then I text you again, like maybe, you know, at the end of the day, you know, because I understand you work, I work, we're busy. You know, I'm not going to be hounding you because I'm not a crazy person. And I text you again at the end of the day and I ask how your day was and I get no response. We need to be silenced because that's what it feels like.
Exactly. That's the reason we were silent.
It feels like crickets. I wish I had crickets right now to chirp. because communication. Just be communicative. Just say what's on your mind. Say what's on your heart. Tell us exactly what your intentions are. All of that. Just in the game of dating or finding someone that you potentially want to settle down with, honesty is always the best policy.
Honesty is key.
Always.
It is key.
Just say what you want to say.
If you can't communicate and you see the text message, busy, TTYL.
Okay, send.
You see how that communication goes? And I understand, guys, that you have met your share of crazies too. We know that.
Right.
We know that. But operate at your best possible self, which is, even if you don't want to talk, can't talk right now, TTYL. And if the person is stalkerish after that, well, then you have your answer, or whether or not you even want to be around this person anymore. But be the best possible self that you can be, which is communicative.
Yeah.
I
I would settle for can't talk. I don't need the TTYL. I'm going to assume that you're going to talk to me later. That's why you're telling me you can't talk now.
Next.
I mean, I was only born in 1984. I'm not a super old grandma. I don't have super old expectations, but I do kind of still cling to some of them. And communication is one of them.
And can I just say, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And can I just say this for the record? Just because we have standards and values and,
She's about to preach the word.
and things that we require.
She crossed her legs. She's about to preach.
Just because we have things we require doesn't make us high maintenance, doesn't make us any of the other negative connotations that you would attribute to a woman that has standards. If you want a woman that doesn't have standards, you don't want a woman of substance. You don't want a woman of substance. So, there's going to be a time when you need to look at this person that you're talking to who seems particular or fussy or crazy, and don't get me started on that crazy word when it's referring to females because we're doing something you don't like.
Yes.
Look at this woman
I told you.
and really analyze, is she doing this because she deserves to have an answer, or am I just being lazy and therefore I'm trying to dismiss her? If you want a woman of substance, she's going to have standards, and you need to be okay with that. You need to have your own standards as well for vetting this woman.
Please have standards.
You need to have your own standards.
have-
Just because she's cute in the face and thick in the waist doesn't mean that she's
not a standard.
That's not a standard, because
You're
those will
superficial.
change.
You're superficial if that's your
That will
standard.
change. You will change. All of it will change.
I mean,
I'm done.
yes, that. I told y'all she was going to preach. I said it. I said that she was about to preach. When the leg went over the other leg, I knew preaching was about to commence. Word was about to be spoken. The gospel was about to come forth. All of that.
Should have both so ho ho.
You better preach it, Pastor.
Second Larissa.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not pulling everybody in here. Okay. But,
can't.
okay, so, yes, all of that gospel. Please have standards. Have your own standards. Please have your own standards. And I think of it as, if you don't have any standards, but you're interested in me, I'm going to look at myself like, am I giving off some kind of
Weird vibe that you could just get whatever and I'm just going to be whatever? No, sir. Negative.
No.
Negative.
No, and I'm pretty good at figuring out whether or not you're a douche pretty quickly. Now, whether I choose to give you a chance to be douche-ish,
Non-douche-ish.
don't be a douche. You know what I'm saying. No one wants to be a douche.
Some people do. I know.
No one should want, with two T's apparently, to be a douche.
Ma'am, let's move on because I can't.
That's the end. That's the end.
Oh, that is the end.
Yes, that's the end of this segment. This segment was kind of serious.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But these things need to be said because they're important, and we want you to have success in this whole dating game. By the way, I would prefer it would just be called dating and we work together consciously to end this game business, because I don't have the time and patience for it. And I'm pretty sure if you're serious about it, you don't have the time and patience for it either.
I mean, we're gonna die.
Ma'am! Ma'am! What in the world?
What I'm saying is, his life is short.
We gonna die. We all's gonna die.
I can't.
This is why I love her. She's all of that crazy.
Hey, I'm not crazy. Let's not throw around the crazy.
Oh, sorry. No. She's all of that Val.
I'm a firecracker.
She's all of that Val.
I'm a firecracker. Yes, I will admit. I'm a Baby, you're a firework. Come and let your colors burn. Shut the front door. Did y'all hear all that mess? Shut up. Shut up. We're done. On that note, goodbye.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Bye.